art camp, we're gonna draw and stuff at Kevin Sherry's art camp. Thank you. Alright, hello people. Someone wise once told me if your cat, if you can get an animal on your show, then you should. And here's my cat, Kinkos the cat. There he is. Oh, he's such a sweet boy. He sits in my studio now, sunning himself in this window. Oh my gosh. I love him. He's perfect. He is the best cat. There you are, buddy. Oh my god. He's such a lazy, cool guy. There's Kinkos. Okay, enough of my cat. Okay, what are we gonna draw today? We are gonna draw horses and fish and birds. Okay, that's a huge category, but you can kind of simplify it down. And I just want to show you a couple of the cartooning tricks I use on those three things to make them look a little bit more realistic. But first, we are going to keep going on this sketchbook, so let's go. Okay, here is continuing on our old sketchbook. You'll see here it's Calvin peeing into a urinal. These Calvin stickers, where he's usually peeing onto a Ford symbol or a Chevy symbol, or he's peeing onto something else. They happened, Calvin and Hobbes is one of my favorite comics of all time, but he, Bill Watterson was and is so stubborn that I think it really took away from his comic. I mean, if he just would have allowed a little bit of licensing, it wouldn't be a fact that the only licensing for Calvin and Hobbes is a bootleg Calvin peeing on whatever the person who makes the sticker. Okay, listen, don't get me started. I could rant about Bill Watterson for a long time, but you don't want to hear that TED Talk. Okay, let's keep looking at this sketchbook. Okay. Oh my gosh, can you even read that? Can you read this? Our epic tale begins in an otherwise one young boy who was already prone to epic farts. That's a really funny sentence. Okay. Ooh. This is where I copied down, you know those, Inktober, or when you, on Instagram when you have a drawing prompt every day? That's what this is, but I didn't do all of them. Oh, here's some fan art. Oh, that's cute. What's going on here? Some sort of map. Here's some cats. Oh, look at this. A little mouse and a little skull. Drawing some more cats. These are some cats for Cat in a Box. Cat in the Box, which is a book I did with Chris Ferry. Oh, that's a cute cat. Can you see that cat? Adorable. I really like that cat. Ooh, here's some early Squizzard, too. Just moving on. Just drawing some cats from Cat in a Box. It's a cat in a box. It's a cat in a box. Oh, what if Squizzard had a nose? That's really funny. Okay, just some writing, a lot of writing, don't know what that is. Oh, here I am planning out a drawing, a tubing drawing. Can you see? I love tubing with my friends. I like kayaking with myself or a partner, but I love tubing with my friends. There's some early Squizzard. I am half a god. Oh my god, I'll get into it later, but in the beginning, Squizzard was a wizard, a squid wizard, and the story was basically like his father was Cthulhu, and then his mother was a normal cuttlefish. Oh my gosh, don't even get me started. That's in the first draft, kids. Here's a writing lesson. In the first draft, you just put in everything you could possibly want. Like, for example, in the first Yeti files had a bunch of recipes in it. I wanted it to be a recipe book. Oh my gosh, I really like that. Shark. It's good to go. See, if you keep a sketchbook, then, oh wow, look at this, Me, Kevin Sherry. This is one of my puppet setups. Here's a walrus playing a French horn. Here's some sea stuff. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's really good. If you keep sketchbooks, then you can go through them and get your idea. You'll always have your ideas. Look at that squid is cute. This is definitely planning. Squizzard, you're late. I know. That's like a page in the book. Can we get one of the books right here? I do have one of the books right here. That definitely is in the book, I think. Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, I think the map is in this. Look at this. Boop, boop. Isn't that very similar? Oh, wait, let me give you a better view. This and this. It translates. Pretty cool. Let's get through the rest of this sketchbook. Oh my gosh, this is definitely planning for Squidward. Look at these cute guys. I found that it is really funny to put feet on a fish. Wow, look at all these fish. Yes, a lot of this turned out to be in Squidding Around. Look at this stuff. Pretty cool. I mean, these are all rough drawings, but oh, look at that cute. Look at that cute little. Oh my gosh. All right. Yeah, Mr. Hammer actually changed the principal from Mr. Hammer. Yes, I think we're almost at, yeah, and here I'm writing Squizzard, or Squidding Around. That's what that looks like. That's, I wanted him to live in a coral reef, that looked like, you know, peace sign, but not exactly. Eel teacher. There's an eel teacher in the second one. Oh my gosh, that shrimp is very similar to how the shrimps turned out in the final book. Yeah, these are all getting pretty close. Snow crab. That's funny. That's pretty scary. To be in a book. Oh, and this is around when my little niece was born and I painted her some paintings. Oh, this is a sloth. That was the the sloth is one of the parents, and the little baby sloth. That is obviously the baby. Oh, that one's a little better. Oh, I plan out my paintings with little drawings. Thumbnail. Here's me planning out another book. Oh, and I did a planet project, so here's a bunch of planet jokes. Okay. Maybe I'll read them next time. Maybe I'll read that on a Friday. Yeah, how about we do that? Marker, and okay, goodbye. Alright, pretty cool. I will show you those planet jokes next time. And now, I'm going to get my animal art book out, and I printed some reference material off the internet, and we're going to draw some fish, some birds, and some horses. And also, I've been drawing on these separate pieces of paper, but I realized this is a sketchbook class, so I'm going to start drawing in my own sketchbook. Okay, so let's draw. Hello, people. This is my new sketchbook. This is and the first page is what the cover is going to be for the second Squidding Around book. Here's a little drawing I did for my Scales and Tails account. Here's a comic. This is what my comics look like in my sketchbook. Here's some more Scales and Tails stuff. This is for tomorrow, our drawing thing for tomorrow. So, okay, now we are going to draw some birds and some... first we'll draw some fish, okay? Now, I'm just going to show you the way I draw fish. And I have some other random dirty markers that I found in my basement, and they're just going to help me out. Okay, so this is how I draw fish. This is like the proportions I draw. Okay, so I always basically start with an eyeball, right? And then, so what I'll do is I'll come down over the eyeball and make the mouth. And the way I do it is I put another eyeball bulging out on the other side. So we'll put little slits for eyes, and this fish has an underbite. Okay, so then we'll come around and we'll put a fin on the top, and then a fin on the back, and there's a fin a littler fin right about here, and then behind the head, to differentiate the head always, you're gonna put a couple gills, because that's how fish breathe. And then what I always like to do, it's a little bit of work, but it basically always pays off, is especially behind pick a lighter color. It could be a pen, if you're drawing with pen, it could be a pencil. Right here, I'm going to pick this purple marker, and I'm going to put little marks for the fins, okay? You see what I'm doing there? And I'm going to draw the gills. And basically what I'm doing is drawing like 100 W's or 100 McDonald's M's that all link in to the previous row. Okay, you got me? And if you do this, it's kind of like a lot of work, but afterwards, it really looks like a fish, and we're going to come down here to give it a little shadow, okay? So I always like to just draw all the scales in, okay? And now that you, know the basic proportions that I draw a fish, you can draw all kinds of fish. You could draw an angelfish like this. Hello. You could draw an angelfish like this. That's like kind of a tall fish. And has these wonderful thin, long, glorious fins like this. Can you see that? Put some gills back here. And then, ooh, pink. Ooh, this is nice. I did not plan these markers, but I'm just winging it here. And you can just wing it too. This is just the way I draw fish. Okay? And then we're just gonna put some scales on it like this. Nice. Very nice. And we'll go all the way up. Just a bunch of W's all linked into each other. And we keep the face out of it. Oh, there we go. Oh, it looks like an aquarium in here. Oh, and what if we do this? This is gonna look cool. Oh, wow. Yeah, for some reason I thought that would look cool, and guess what? It did. All right, and what if we do this? Oh, wow. Cool. So yeah, those are some fish, and I'm gonna draw how I draw birds. Okay, so let's just draw. You can put whatever head you want. Like you can put a parrot. This is how I draw all my cartoon birds. You can put whatever kind of like parrot head you want, but I'm gonna draw an eagle head. I'm gonna basically draw like a bald eagle, which I see at Gunpowder State Park in Baltimore all the time. There are a bunch of bald eagles there. There are at least like 4. And I kayak there, and I have been seeing them for about, I don't know, 4 years now. So, okay, there's the eagle. And when you're drawing, just like when you're drawing fish, eagles have, birds have feathers. Okay, so here's the general shape of how I draw wings, okay? So you start with this. And then you kind of think about where the body's going to be. For me, I'm going to put the body down like this, okay? And we'll do the feet even right now, okay? So we'll draw these little feet in. And now your birds can have different proportions, but I'm just showing, and I pepper in a little feathers down here, okay, because it's full of feathers. Okay, but now I'm going to take these ends, and I'm going to put some big feathers on the ends. Okay, some big spiky W's, some big spiky M's on the end, and then some rounded rolling M's until it comes to a nice rest where the body is. Okay, they get more rolling until they're just kind of lumpy when they connect to the body. You see that? And now, I'm going to go back because if you look at a bird's wing, now you're going to want to look at a book, perhaps get your own book. You can see it here in this bird's wing. But what I do is I put a lumpy layer first, closest to the body. Okay, you see how I did a lumpy layer of rounded W's closest to the body? And then I do a little bit longer feathers coming out from that, and I'm doing this kind of randomly, okay? And you might want to use a different pen. I'm going a little thick here, but am I in the stream? Good. Okay. Then I have a little bit lumpier, kind of like hot dogs, kind of like spiky hot dogs are next, and then I take these random lines that I made before, and I connect them back. I tuck these lines underneath the second layer of feathers. Okay? That's what I do. I take the end of the M, the end of the W, and okay? So that's how I draw feathers. Or another, let's do it, so we'll just do an outline of a wing here. And like I said, spiky on the end, and it gets less spiky, gets kind of loopy. But now, so it's a little nicer looking, let's take one of my markers here, and we'll do what I just did, but we'll do it with a lighter color. Oh, this looks good. Okay, I should have done this the first time. Okay, so that's the first layer, and then we're gonna do the second layer, a little bit longer, spiky hot dog. But they're feathers. I can just call them feathers, and you'll know what I mean. I don't have to call it a spiky hot dog. Although, a spiky hot dog is funny. Spiky hot dogs. Okay, so now I'm connecting these feathers. Okay, now look at that wing. It's a grand wing. If you just take a little bit of time for detail, it's gonna look 10 times better. Okay, so, oh no, I got some, but you know what? I'm just gonna keep going with it. But I'm going to put this paper behind it so it doesn't always do that. Okay, so I printed out some horses' legs, and let me look up horses in this book as well, so we'll get some references. Always good to go from references. Always draw references. Okay, always. Always seek references. Okay, here's the horse page. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to turn my screen this way. How about that? Because it's a horse. So I'm turning it the horse way. Now, the way I like to draw a horse's face is basically like two balls. Okay? So I'm going to do, like, I'll draw with a blue pen. Basically like two balls. Two circles, okay, one there and one there, okay? And then it's kind of connected like this. Like, that's basically a horse's head. So then, I like to draw the eye first, and here's a little eyebrow. And then the top of the head, there's the other eye. And then the snout is long, it comes down like this. And then horses have big nostrils, okay? And then the shape of a horse's mouth is like this. And throw a couple teeth in there. And here's the lower jaw. I'm jumping around a little bit, just so you can see it. The ears come out like this. All right, float this ear a little bit so you can, got a little cheekbone. It's not a bad thing to add a little cheekbone. So I'm gonna draw some hair in here, and just draw the mane, the horse's mane. This can kind of be sloppy because a real horse's mane is sloppy. Whoa, this is a very actually glamorous horse. Okay, like I said, kids. Oh, there we go. It's not exactly like this horse. Whoops! But that's not what I want to draw a horse for. Okay, so what I want to draw a horse for is to show you the different, the legs. The legs on a horse are particularly hard. So, get your reference, and here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna draw my horse head. Get the horse head out of the way. Okay, just drawing a quick horse in here. Okay, this mane is a little better. Okay, that's cute. Okay, so the neck comes down like this, and there's a hump like this, and then the middle of the back, and then here's the butt. Okay, so that's how I draw the back. And then the horse's feet horse's legs are really weird. You gotta really look at a horse's legs. So this is their chest. And the front legs are easy, okay? They come down, and they're pretty straight, and then they got a hoof at the bottom, okay? They have a knee right about here. But if you're just drawing the horse standing, it's no problem. But the back leg, so here's the belly, and you'll come up a little bit as if this is an athletic horse. So here's how I draw a horse's back leg. So they have this big piece of muscle right here. Okay, but this is pointed backwards, all right? So there's like a weird backwards knee that then switches and comes back this way. So then I'll draw the shadow of that on the other side, okay? So that's basically how I draw a horse's back leg. So you have to understand there's a huge muscle right here, and then it comes to a knee that bends to the front the way your knee does not bend to the front, see? This is how a horse's leg comes up. Okay, so that's good. Just print out some horses, get out your drawing books, and practice some horses, and pretty soon you'll be drawing unicorns. Okay, bye!